Put your eyes back in your head.
I got like flavor. Let me do.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.
Ooh, la la la. Ooh 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 la la la. It's the way that we ooh la la la. Do I have to sing again, y'all? I like singing. Ooh la la la. I wonder why I like to sing. Ooh la la la. They not like us. Hey, they not like us. They not like us. They like not like that. They not like us. I like singing. I like singing. Throw some fire in that motherfucker if y'all like singing too. It's early in the morning. It's early in the morning. Early in the morning. Early in the morning. They not like Mike. They not like that. They not like man Mike. They not like Mad Mike. They not like Mad Mike. They not like Mad Mike. I told you so. Nope. They not like Mad Mike. They not like Mad Mike. Nope, they not like Mad Mike. They not like Mad Mike. I told you so. They not like Mad Mike. They not like Mad Mike. They not like Mad Mike. No. Oh boy, what a day, what a day, what a day. I got a lot to talk about, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen of the NFL sports world, how are you doing today? How are you doing today, this morning? I got quite a few things to talk about. And like I said, if you guys did not check out OG Man Monday, I suggest y'all check that out. Mucho, Sam. They had a conversation that I think is very interesting. I think all of you would love to check that out. I'd love to see it. Let me say this before, right? So let me get him. I'm gonna try to get in all these topics. So here are the topics before I get started. One. All right, so these are the topics I'm trying to get in right now. All right. Obviously, the headliner in this month is Lamar Jackson's failure, constant failures. I want to clear up some stuff in regards to Mike Bobo and the rumors that are out there. Didn't really get a chance to do a follow-up video on this. So I want to talk about that. And Patrick Mahomes boy. Pat Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes. And probably at the end of the show, I'll probably get into a topic that I wanted to talk about for all these wrestling fans out there. Oh boy, there might be some beef. There might be some beef with Solo and Jacob Fatu. So I want to talk about that. All right. So, interesting, y'all. So, as I stated, this is your lucky day. This is your lucky day. This is your lucky day. I told y'all. We with the shit. This is your lucky day. All you Lamar Jackson fans and apologists and D-Riders and look, fans, whatever you want to call yourself, this is your lucky day. This is your lucky day. Today is the day. We're going to have an open forum. 6, right? We're going to have an open forum on the originator so everybody can come on and speak their piece. We're going to have an open forum because a lot of people like to come on here and accuse me. And let me say this before I go any further. I want to say this. Oh, we got that decoding. Oh, I'm gonna start that one. Because I got to talk about it. Look, y'all, ooh boy. Y'all got some good comments on here already. Y'all got some good comments on here already. Like I said, look, this is your lucky day. Yep, it sure is. It sure is. It's all my fault. Oh, it is my fault. Yep, it's my fault. Yep, it's my fault, y'all. Because we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. This is going to be a very uncomfortable conversation for a lot of people. And frankly, my dear, I don't give a fuck. This is going to be a conversation that we're going to talk about. Because I've heard this too many times. And we heard it last night. You go back and you can go back and watch the show if you haven't already. You can go back and see what was said. Here we go in February. Going into Black History Month, and this is what we get. It was stated last night that that Mike in particular goes back on his word in regards to picking on Lamar Jackson. And I've been this and I've been that in regards to Lamar Jackson and whether or not He's good enough as a quarterback. His growth, and I've been a hypocrite in regards to Lamar Jackson, aka Lamar Jackson, aka the greatest failure of all time. And let me say this about this. And I'm going to be clear. I've said everything about Lamar Jackson. I've been telling y'all for the last 5 years, this man is not a great quarterback. And when he needs to go through his progressions, when he needs to get the ball into his wide receivers' hands, fails. When he needs to scan the field, fails. When you as a quarterback have to put the ball in a spot, not get the ball to the quarterback, to the receiver, tight end, running back, wide receiver, doesn't matter. But when you need to get the ball to a spot, the quarterback position is so much more difficult than a lot of people may think. It's like, but Andrews dropped the ball. Yeah, he did. But how many of you people actually took the time to look at that pass and that situation with Lamar Jackson? Did you guys go back and you actually watch it? Did you see that the ball placement, the spot of that throw was off? Did you even notice that, or did you just notice the fact that a guy that's in the snow, 6'5", 6'4", 6'5", 270 pounds, has to bend down, catch the pass while backing up? Did y'all take a did y'all take a look at that, or you just saw a drop pass? Or did you analyze the entire play in itself? Did you analyze the play in itself? Or did you listen to Ryan Clark saying, yeah, it's not your fault, Lamar? Did you take a look at him double clutching in the pocket? And this is something that you heard me talk about. We talked about this with Kirk Cousins, double clutching in the pocket. We got quarterbacks double clutching. We talked about this about Kirk Cousins all year, double pumping, double clutching in the pocket. We talked about this. And then we got guys that are coming over here saying that, Mike, you're a hypocrite. All you do is go back on your word when it comes down to Lamar Jackson. Well, let me say this. Of course. You didn't see that, did you? You didn't hear that coming. You didn't see that coming from me, did you? Of course. Mike, you didn't say this about Matt Ryan. You didn't say this about this guy. Well, yeah. I've been wrong about Matt Ryan. I've been right about Matt Ryan. I've been wrong and right about Josh Allen. I've been wrong and I've been right about Justin Fields. I've been wrong and I've been right about Jalen Hurts. But what exactly was I wrong in regards to Lamar Jackson? What the fuck was I wrong at? Where was I wrong? Well, I don't think I was wrong about Lamar Jackson at all. When it comes down to him being a quarterback that takes care of the ball in the regular season. Yeah. I was right about that. I don't know if I put this out there in regards to Lamar Jackson being able to throw the ball for 4,000 yards. I didn't think he would be able to do that. He did it. I was wrong about that. Anybody that knows anything about AFN, we always, well, especially myself, wait and see. Give these guys opportunity to prove themselves, to become a better quarterback. A couple of years ago, I said, Josh Allen is not elite. I need to see him grow as a quarterback. Not going to say this. You're not going to hear me say this. You're going to hear people say much like this. Ain't nobody saying this. Ain't nobody about to say what I'm about to say. They too worried about keeping their job at ESPN and all these other companies to even have the guts and the balls to say this. You ain't got the guts and the balls to say what I'm about to say. You want to know why the Buffalo Bills won that game? Oh, yeah, I was wrong about Lamar being. I didn't think he would be able to throw for 4,000 yards. That's where I was wrong at. He did it. Yeah, that's not the only thing I was wrong at, but I was wrong. Yep, even man Mike himself is wrong. Let me tell you something about last night's game. And the reason why I love what I'm seeing from and what I saw from Josh Allen. Josh Allen played, he knew this is something that you always talk about. You got to understand the situation that you're in. Understand as a quarterback the type of ball game that you're in. You know, when you playing Madden, there's certain things that you can't do in the rain, in the snow. You know that even playing Madden. So as a quarterback in the NFL, guess what? You got to understand the situations that you're in. Josh Allen played one of the greatest games in Buffalo Bills history. Yep, I said it. He played one of the greatest games in Buffalo Bills history. Why? Listen to this. Listen, this is why. This is why. Nobody's going to say this. Again, you're not going to see a lot of people say this. And I guarantee you this. He played one of the greatest games in Buffalo Bills history. Why? 16 of 22. 127 yards passing. This guy had 10 carries for 20 yards. So that's 27. 127 plus 20 yards. What is that? 147 yards. How many turnovers? 0 interceptions. Sacked 1 time. You want to talk about something else? You look at the rushing first downs. They had 12 rushing first downs, 6 first downs. Oh, Mike, where are you going with this? They averaged 4.6 per play. 4.6 yards per play. Mm-hmm. So you look at that and it's like, all right, I'm still not getting it, Mike. Where you going with this? Where are you going from this, Mike? And I'm about to take y'all for a ride. This is why I say Josh Allen played one of the greatest games in Buffalo Bills history. Look at these numbers. Listen to these numbers from Baltimore. 254 yards passing. 2 touchdowns. The Baltimore Ravens, 30 carries for 176 yards. Okay? Mm-hmm. So when you look at this, Buffalo dominated. They got first downs. They got pass. They had 23 first downs. 7 to 10 on third downs. 1 for 1 on fourth downs. Total yards 416. Mike, again, where you going with this? This team held the ball for 31 minutes. The Buffalo Bills, 4 out of 416 yards. Buffalo still didn't have. Look at the plays, total plays. When they had the opportunity to make plays, they made plays and they controlled the clock. Josh Allen did not make mistakes when this team needed him most. They only punted the ball 2 times. Controlled the clock. They ate up the clock. So when Josh Allen needed to make a play, when they needed to control the clock, Josh Allen did that for his team. When you control the ball for 31 minutes, even when your defense isn't playing great, because I'm saying this is not even true. The defense is not the unsung hero. They gave up 419 yards. That's a lot of yards. Why? Because of this. Time of possession. We always say running the damn ball. A quarterback understanding the situation that he in, and he doesn't have to do too damn much. This is why your quarterback is getting paid $50 million, because when he needs to throw for 300, 400, 500 yards in the game, Josh Allen can do that. In previous years, Josh Allen was the guy that was going to do too damn much. And this is what K-Styles always talk about, a quarterback that's doing too damn much. Sometimes you don't need to be a hero. Sometimes I just need you to hand the ball off to James Cook. Get 3 to 4 yards with your legs. Extend the clock. Extend the drive. Keep the clock churning. Keep that offense off the field. That's what I need your quarterback to do. To not make mistakes in crucial situations. When they needed Josh Allen to get in the end zone, He got in the end zone. He scored touchdowns. When they needed him to get extension on a third down to keep the clock churning and an important drive, Josh Allen did exactly that. He didn't put the ball in harm's way throwing the ball. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. Quarterback is supposed to take care of the football, not make mistakes, and get the ball in the hands of the playmakers. You can throw for 300-400 yards in a game and still be down 3, 4, 5 possessions. This is what we mean by complementary football. When you get your opportunity as a quarterback to extend drives when you know your defense isn't playing well in the snow, especially in the snow in Buffalo, playing against one of the best teams in the league, this is what your quarterback get paid for. So when you look at Josh Allen, he played a perfect game as a quarterback. Perfect. This is why you want your quarterbacks to get paid $50 million. This is why Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs are 15-2. This is why you win 15 games. Everybody says, oh, he didn't pass for 4,000 yards again. Patrick Mahomes is having a down year. Where? These guys win games throwing to their second tight end. So when you look at Josh Allen, you say, where did he make a mistake? Understand that your defense in the snow, it's not going to be top tier. They weren't stopping the pass. They wasn't stopping the run. So what Josh Allen had to do, the offensive coordinator, what the offensive coordinator had to do? Slow the game down. Yep. Josh Allen, they had to slow the game down, use their legs, use the running back, use the offensive line, extend the plays on third by getting first downs. Doesn't have to be pretty. That's what you talk about winning in elite football right there. And all these people in this chat, oh, he didn't have but X amount of yards. And your dude, look, these guys had 400 yards. And they still lost. The same guy that y'all pointing the finger at right now, did he have a key drop? Absolutely. Should he caught that ball? I mean, the rule, we always say if it hits your hands, you should catch it, and he should catch it. Did they not have a crucial pass interference? Did Lamar throw a horrendous interception where he looked at the safety, knew he was right there, threw it anyway? Did that happen? Did we not see Lamar Jackson look at the safety, look at his receiver, and still threw the ball anyway? Did Lamar say to himself in the press conferences, I made a horrible pass. We can't have these turnovers. This can't happen. Did he not say that himself? And we sitting up here, guys like Ryan Clark, say it's not your fault that you lost the game. Since when the quarterback has two crucial plays that put his team behind the 8 ball, an interception and a fumble that put his team behind. One of those turnovers led to points and a short field. Since when did a guy can have 2 turnovers in the game that led to a team scoring and it not be your fault? Since when did this become the standard? That a quarterback can literally have 2 turnovers in the game, including a delay a game. Oh, we forgot about that. That's a turnover. That right there, the equivalent of a turnover when you got a quarterback that have a delay a game. Okay, we gonna talk about that, or we forgot about that, right? Oh, we forgot about the delay a game, didn't you? We ain't gonna talk about the delay a game, y'all. We don't want to talk about that. We just want to focus on what Lamar does well, right? We want to focus on how many yards he got in the game. It's not his fault, even though it was the delay of game. It's not his fault, even though he threw an interception. It's not his fault that all he had to do was literally take that loss and live to fight another day. He was passing the ball well in that situation. So why would you put yourself in a position? Just go down, bro. Understand when the play is dead. This right here is why quarterbacks get paid $50 million. This is why they get paid the big bucks. Understand when the situation, when the play is dead. Don't try to do too damn much. If Lamar just simply takes the sack, live to fight another day, that fumble doesn't happen. If Lamar just simply throws the ball out of bounds instead of blindly throwing the ball, well, I didn't even say blindly. He threw it right at him. He looked right at the safety and still threw it. Come on, where's all the comments now? On one hand, you got a guy like Josh Allen. He's scoring touchdowns. He's leading his offense to score touchdowns. Let me say that again. He's leading his offense to score a touchdown, to keep the clock churning, to keep those guys off the field. Doesn't make mistakes. Isn't turning the ball over. He's scoring points. And on the other hand, the guy that y'all say is the MVP, and it's not his fault, turning the ball over, delay a game, and we still up here talking about, well, it's not Lamar's fault. Let's put all the blame on Mark Andrews, which he definitely deserves a lot of blame, because good God, that fumble in that situation was absolutely horrendous. So when you talk about Lamar Jackson, where's the accountability? Where's the accountability when it comes down to Lamar Jackson? Where are the people, these analysts that get paid so much money? Where's the accountability when it comes down to him and his mistakes? This right here is why we talking about Lamar Jackson being the greatest loser of all time. The greatest loser of all time. He's the greatest loser of all time. Just right here. 10 quarterbacks in the NFL history have won multiple MVP awards. 10 quarterbacks in NFL history have won multiple MVP awards. Lamar Jackson is the only one with a losing record in the playoffs and the only one without a Super Bowl championship. Lamar is the only one without a Super Bowl championship, and we're talking about a guy who hasn't even been to a championship. He is the greatest loser of all time. Yet we're sitting up here making excuse after excuse for this guy. This is the same Atlanta Falcons people, fans, that said stats don't matter. You guys said Matt Ryan was the greatest loser of all time. All Matt Ryan is gonna be is a stat pattern. Stat pattern. We need championships. We need to get to a Super Bowl. Well, he got to a Super Bowl, unlike Lamar. He's actually gotten there. He got there with a team, with a defense that was ranked 25th. This dude has a top 10, top 15 defense every fucking year, and he still can't make it there. You got a quarterback in his rookie season. If he wins 2 more fucking games, this dude already has more playoff wins than Lamar Jackson has had with all that he's had in 8 years. This guy has had 5 top 10 defenses in 8 years, and he has yet to even make it to a Super Bowl. In 8 years, this dude has ranked this team in rushing always top 5. Yet this guy cannot make it to a Super Bowl. And we're sitting up here saying the Ryan Clarks of the world saying it's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's everybody else's fault except for him. Oh, it's not Lamar Jackson's fault. Oh, it's not his fault. Of course it's his fault. He threw 2 turnovers. Mark Andrews dropped the pass and had a crucial fumble. It's both of those guys' fault. Both of those guys need to be on the poster of the greatest losers. This is not the first time Mark Andrews has been in this situation where he had a crucial drop in key moments. These guys both have been greatest losers for quite some time. This is not the first time. But the only one that gets saved is Lamar Jackson. And we're going to talk about why that is. And there's a few comments for people that I saw that I thought I was in here. And this is Dan Orlovsky. If you put the loss on Lamar last night, respectfully, you're a loser. This is what he's stating. This is how people and fans responded, I like Dan, but turnovers matter. If Josh had 2 turnovers and they lost by the same score, he would definitely get he would get a heavy blame for it. Here's another comment. Lamar might be the most coddled quarterback in the league. Plays like shit in the playoffs. He needs a new offensive line. Still plays like shit. He needs more help. Still plays like shit. It actually doesn't count because he played better later. Here's another comment. The fuck is up with Baltimore and their Make-A-Wish ass football team, where they allow zero criticism or accountability? I have never seen anything like it. It's truly special. So when you got these guys like this dude can literally make 15 mistakes in a game, and somehow we saying it's not his fault. It's not his fault. How many of you people really saying to yourself because the game was close that it wasn't Lamar's fault, that they were even close? To begin with, you turning the ball over 2 times like that is the reason why you was the game shouldn't have been like that. If you look at how we looked at the yards, we looked at the numbers, the game shouldn't even been that close. And D. Coleman and the rest of the people were saying something too. What the fuck was Derrick Henry? Why the hell you giving the ball to Justice Hills in the fucking? Are you fucking kidding me? This dude done ran for 1,900 yards, almost 2,000 yards in a fucking season, and we sitting up there handing the ball off to Justice fucking Hill. They went down. Let me ask y'all a question right now. Everybody in the good. I want to ask y'all a question. What happened in this game? What did the Baltimore Ravens do when he threw that interception and had that fumble and they were down? What did the Baltimore offense do to get back into the game? What did they do to get back into the game? I really want to see y'all comments right now. How did the Baltimore Ravens get back into that game? Noah says, run the ball with Henry. You talking about the guy that's an MVP and he only had 4 interceptions on the year? They didn't put the ball in his hands and say, all right, get us back into the game. They ran that damn ball with Derrick Henry. So in a situation where you are that guy, you pay $50 million for a quarterback to be the face of your franchise. You need to make a play, and you need to make several plays. Your own offensive coordinator, your own head coach don't even trust you to get the team back into the game. You hand the ball off to running backs, and we sitting up here talking about it's not his fault. How does that make any sense? Why doesn't he deserve criticism? When your own offensive coordinator, when your own head coach don't even trust you to even get them back into a game after they done paid you $50 million. And it's not, and we got guys like Ryan Clark that's saying that on national TV that is not your fault when your own coach and coaches don't even trust you to get you back into the game. They played good defense and they ran the ball. And they took the ball out of Lamar's hand. And yet we're saying it's not Lamar's fault. We got Stephen A. Hypocrite who goes out every chance he gets when you see the Dallas Cowboys lose in these very same ways with Dak Prescott, and he had the unmitigated gall to sit up here and say, this is not on Lamar Jackson. When you see Dak Prescott put up this same exact game, losing every single year under the Dallas Cowboys, and you be one of the first ones to make fun of them, and Lamar does the exact same thing, and it's not his fault. So if most of the people in here agree that when Baltimore needed to get back into the game, they played solid defense, and they ran the ball with Derrick Henry, and yet we're sitting up here saying that Lamar Jackson is the standard, and he is exempt from criticism. 1,900 yards, almost 2,000 yards rushing, and this dude is not even in the MVP conversation. No. We're not going to talk about the end of the game. Don't talk about the end of the game when you shouldn't. When you throw for 400 yards, when you have 400 total yards and the other team barely has 250, they shouldn't even be in the game. I love how you try to ignore the fact that they were down because of this. But the situation, you shouldn't have been down with that. If you playing that well offensively, you should never even be down. You got a team that had 419 total yards, and you want to talk to me about some goddamn, oh, he came back in the fourth quarter. Motherfucker, you better. You better goddamn come back in the fourth quarter or that's your ass. They got in the game because of Derrick Henry and that defense, not because of him. So you can kiss my natural black caramel ass with this, oh, he played better in the fourth quarter. Motherfucker, he better. Y'all crucified Matt Ryan for playing. This dude for year after year put up 300, damn near 250 yards every fucking game. 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. Put up numbers year after year, game after game, the model of consistency. And you son of a bitches sitting up here saying that Matt Ryan, his stats didn't mean nothing? He's in the top 10. When you look at the comeback wins of Matt Ryan and his career and what he's had to do to even get back into games because his defense gave up the lead. Let me say this. When his defense gave up the lead, not him giving up the lead like Lamar Jackson, his defense gave up the lead. And because Matt Ryan couldn't consistently game after game after game come back in fourth quarter because his defense ain't good enough to stop a goddamn fucking fart, is his fault. It's Matt Ryan's fault that we can't even win. We can't stop any goddamn body to get to the next. We can't, the defense can't stop shit to even win the fucking division with Matt Ryan. And you son of a bitches pointed the finger at Matt Ryan when he was a model fucking season. And now you want to sit up here and cry about Kirk Cousins not being good enough. And I don't know if well, y'all you shitted on Desmond Ridder, you shitted on Marcus Mariota, you shitted on Taylor Heinicke because these guys aren't good enough as quarterbacks. Now you want to fucking complain that maybe we did not treat Matt Ryan with respect? When he's been the model citizen and this son of a bitch and Lamar Jackson ain't even doing nothing what Matt Ryan is doing. But he doesn't get any criticism. You can kiss my natural black ass with that. You can kiss my natural ass talking about he played better in the fourth fucking quarter. So quarter 1, 2, 3 don't matter. All the other quarters don't matter. When your own offensive coordinator put the ball in somebody else's hand when they need a play to be made, they put the ball in somebody else's hand. Just picture Phil Jackson got Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and saying, you know what, Mike, fuck you. I'm about to run a play for Dennis fucking Rodman. Dennis Rodman gonna win this game for us. You got Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen on the team, Dennis Rodman, and you gonna run a motherfucking play for Dennis Rodman? And y'all want me to say that this dude, man, get the fuck up out of here. They running plays for somebody else. They not even running plays and say, all right, Mike, get us back in the game. Please get us back in the game. They out here running plays for Derrick Henry, who's allegedly the second best player on that team. They not even going to their Michael Jordan. They going to their Scottie Pippen. Or in this situation, they're Scottie Pippen. They ain't saying Michael Jordan, come save us. They ain't saying Kobe Bryant, come save us. They saying, who? Paul Gasol, come save us. We're down, Carl. We're down, Paul Gasol. I'm not going to run a play for Kobe Bryant. I'm going to run my plays for Paul Gasol. You people are disgusting. That's why Lamar is in the league. League quarterbacks are trusted by the head coach to take over games at any time and always keep their teams in them. Kiss my ass. Hey, kiss my ass with this you can kiss my black ass with this. He is what he is. Shut the fuck up with that bullshit. Y'all can kiss my ass. This is the week forward. I'm ready for this. Yeah, look, this coward. This right here is a coward ass statement. He is who he is. Don't be surprised when he make mistakes. Get the fuck up out of here. Hear that whiny bitch ass shit. Y'all want to sit up here and be safe with y'all fucking comments because you don't want to say what the fuck he is. He's a fucking loser. He's the greatest loser of all time. Motherfucker could quite possibly have 3 fucking MVPs, and this motherfucker getting put out in playoffs the same way over and over and over again. Ain't nobody ready to say, you know what? Maybe Lamar Jackson is one of the greatest busts of all time. Maybe we should have turned his ass into a wide receiver. Nobody want to have that conversation. Everybody else get that shit except for him. Eli Manning get the blame time and time again. Matt Ryan get the blame. Even Phillip Rivers get the blame. Peyton Manning in the time of his career, they said the same thing about Peyton Manning and Matt Ryan. All they was a bunch of numbers. But when it come down to Lamar Jackson, you can't say that. You can't say any of this about him. You can't say that Lamar blew it and choked again. And why? Because he is this. Get back to this. Second one right there. You see, Patrick Mahomes isn't black enough. Y'all have chosen him to be the black community's ambassador. We literally had a guy on the show last night that said, all right, Russell Wilson ain't black enough. So we're not going to support him. Like we support Lamar because he ain't black enough. I didn't make this up. This is what they say. We got Ryan Clark on live TV saying that the black community needs Lamar Jackson to win so he can represent us. Hold on, let me say this again. Brian Clark, a guy that's on ESPN that gets paid for football, said the black community needs Lamar Jackson to win a Super Bowl. As if we don't have Patrick Mahomes and the son of Patrick Mahomes Sr., a back player himself. His daddy black as a mug. As if he doesn't count. As if a guy like Donovan McNabb doesn't count. Who hasn't been to, as if a guy like Steve McNair, Ronnie Cunningham led one of the greatest offense at that time. It was the greatest offense of all time with Randy Moss, Chris Carter, Robert Griffin, all those guys. The greatest offense of all time in that Minnesota offense. As if these guys don't even matter. As if Doug Williams doesn't even exist. He don't even matter any fucking more. But the black community needs Lamar Jackson to go to a Super Bowl so he can win one for us. Who the hell is us? You ghetto ass niggas are so this is what it is. And this is no shot at Lamar Jackson. You ghetto hood ass niggas want one thing. Y'all want to be eating fried chicken in the goddamn White House? Riding up to the White House in a fucking Cutlass, a lowrider, 4 Glocks on your hip, a bottle of Hennessy, and a motherfucking do-rag. That's what y'all really want. A guy like Patrick Mahomes and a black man that has a white wife, a Hispanic wife, an Asian wife, y'all don't really count. They don't really count. Why? Because they don't, quote unquote, exemplify the black community. The Dante Culpepers. A guy like Michael Penix, because he doesn't run fast. Yeah. Why doesn't the guy that wear do-rags like Mike Penix? Ain't nobody saying, oh my God, he totally represents the black community. A lot of people didn't even want him. Why? Because he didn't run fast. Lamar Jackson looks like a thug. And this has nothing to do with Lamar Jackson. It's you Negroes, you hood Negroes that are so, you guys want somebody who act like y'all, and y'all being brainwashed by guys like Shannon Sharp, because he on TV with a Hennessy bottle and a cigar in his mouth, and that's the real reason why y'all really follow him, because he came on the show with a Hennessy bottle. If that motherfucker would have never came on the show with a Hennessy bottle, y'all wouldn't give two shits about Shannon Sharp. I don't give a damn what. Look, I say, look, y'all know it's true, and ain't too many people outside of AFN gonna say we already hate it to begin with, so I don't give a damn. If that man would have never shown up with a cigar in that Hennessy bottle, y'all would not care about no Shannon Sharp. How many black people, the Tom Jackson that was already on ESPN? Anybody remember Tom Jackson? You talk about the Brian Gumble of sports. These guys have been on TV representing the black community, but because he don't sound ayo, because he don't wear short capris like Raheem, he don't wear Jordans, his hair's curly and he talks proper, he doesn't represent the black community. I'm saying what y'all too scared. All these content creators too fucking chicken shit they even said. All you niggas get behind Lamar Jackson because y'all want somebody who look like y'all and dress like y'all when y'all go to the goddamn Georgia Bulldog, Georgia Tech, and any other goddamn football game there is. That's the only reason why y'all really want him. That's the real reason why y'all got behind Cam Newton, because he dressed like y'all. He talk like y'all. You niggas don't respect people who are in the black community. They represent every aspect and every facet of the black community. This is the reason why Lamar Jackson, and again, this has nothing to do with Lamar Jackson, it's the mentality of the black community. If you not thugging, you ain't black. If you ain't cheating on your damn spouse, you ain't black. If you ain't selling dope, you ain't black. Oh, Jalen Hurts too white for him. Don't nobody claim no Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is too white. He's too proper for him, I should say. I apologize for that. Jalen Hurts is too proper for him. Ain't nobody talking about Jalen Hurts in another situation where he can go to a Super Bowl. Ain't nobody. Who the fuck talking about that? You don't see Ryan Clark up here talking about Jalen fucking Hurts.
managing the game, doing what he got to do to get his team to another NFC championship game. We're not talking about that. The Michael Wilbons of the world. So what we talking about? Patrick Mahomes ain't black enough because he has a white wife. Let's keep it real. That his mother is white. In 7 fucking years as a fucking starter of the NFL. Look, let me say this again. Let me slow this down and tell you how disrespectful this is to the greatness of Patrick Mahomes. 7 years straight. This dude has been in the playoffs. This dude has been in the fucking AFC. So, like, what are we talking about? This guy's first full year as a quarterback. Let me say this again. His first full year as a quarterback, he threw for 5,000 yards and 50 fucking touchdowns. His first full year as a quarterback. Oh, what are we talking about? This dude is about to go. He has an opportunity to become the first quarterback in NFL history to go for a three-peat and the first thing that you guys can come up with after, 7 years is that, oh, he's cheating now. When has an Andy Reid team ever been accused of cheating? So now all of a sudden, Lamar Jackson is like all of a sudden, Patrick Mahomes doesn't matter. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of him. These are the things that a lot of people say. I'm tired of him and that white beast. I'm tired of him and his white wife. I'm tired of Kelsey and his white girlfriend. These guys not white enough. These guys not black enough. I'm tired of Caitlin Clark. Why that white woman is there? Why is she at the game? Even though she's been a fan. So all of a sudden, he not black enough, all this type of stuff. Like, come on, bro. The ref cheating. Name a time in the NFL where the best quarterback has not gotten calls. That's all, Drew. That's all. This dude is one of the greatest. He's off to the greatest start in any quarterback's history, career, Patrick Mahomes. And yet we up here talking about Lamar Jackson being 3-5. This dude is 16-2. He has an opportunity to pass the great Joe Montana in playoff wins, and we up here talking about a quarterback with 3-5 in the playoffs. It's not his fault. Oh, it's not his fault. Whose fault is it? The Chiefs gave up 20 pressures. I mean, the Texans gave up 20 fucking pressures in the game, gave up 8 sacks, and Kansas City cheating. D'Amico Ryan is saying, "Oh, the world, it's us against the world." Huh? Your offense gave up. You had over 500. You had over 450 yards of offense. Got pressure. Your quarterback got pressured over 20 sometimes. Gave up 8 sacks. Yet the ref cheating. Are you kidding me, bro? I like that. Look, come on, bro. Like I said, a lot of these people around here not gonna have this conversation. But that's the real reason why y'all don't like Patrick Mahomes. It ain't look. Y'all tired of him. Look, that all it is Tom Brady not here, and y'all gotta find somebody to hate, and it's gonna be Patrick Mahomes. Tom Brady was here, everybody loved Patrick Mahomes. Tom Brady leaves, now everybody hate him. So that goes back to what I said before, and this is one of the main reasons why I started Mad Mike Sports. We got a bunch of fucking bullies. We got a bunch of people that just all y'all want to do is bully people. Y'all don't even love sports. Y'all don't even love the game like that. Y'all just find somebody that y'all can bully for the day, for the week, for the month. Y'all don't really even love that. Come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about? This dude done win the six AFC championships? Like, what are we talking? Oh my God, bro. What are we talking about? This man said Lamar Jackson, Steve Smith said Lamar Jackson is head above every quarterback in the NFL right now. We talk about a quarterback that's going for a three-peat, and Lamar Jackson is the standard? Come on, bro. I love good football. I don't think it's about whether or not people don't like or not giving Lamar credit. We like football. But at the end of the day, we got to be honest about things. And when those things happen, we got to call those things out. If you can't beat them, look, my thing is, when have we heard any statements of the Chiefs cheating? That's the crazy part about it. Come on, man. We got to be honest. We got to be real about things. There's a lot of nonsense out here that we seeing that nobody really wants to talk about. It's safe. And a lot of times you just gotta call a spade a spade. Y'all dislike Patrick Mahomes for things that have nothing to do with football. And the crazy thing about it, the disrespect and disregard for what Cam Newton did, talking about Lamar as the first guy to record, like y'all redefine the first and come up with a record. And this Cam Newton was one of the first quarterbacks to pass for 4,000 yards and have well over 500 yards rushing. He the first one who did that. But Lamar Jackson is the standard. Lamar Jackson is the standard now. got a quarterback like that year after year with different receivers, and that's this is the thing that we always talk about. The only consistent when you look at that Chiefs team, it's really been Travis Kelce. They've had to remodel the backfield, the running backs, wide receivers, offensive line, and somehow there's one constant, two constants. There's Andy Reid, and that's Patrick Mahomes. We don't want to talk about the fact that Tyreek Hill went to Miami thinking he was going to win another championship. Now he's ready to come back. Patrick Mahomes has a revolving door at wide receivers, but one thing continues to remain the same: win. And Josh Allen has 2 seasons with 4,700. And like I said, look, nobody calling him the standard. Nobody calling him the standard. I said for me, Josh Allen is a top quarterback, but in order for him to get into that elite category, for one, you got to get to a Super Bowl. We can't just be throwing out elite quarterbacks and guys are not even making it to a Super Bowl. Like, how can you be elite? You ain't even in the dance. How can you be an elite quarterback if you ain't even in the dance, bro? You're not even in the Super Bowl. How can you even open your dang on mouth to say I'm the greatest or he's the greatest? You didn't even make it to the dance. How is that? How is this not even a conversation? How is that even a conversation? You're not even making it to the dance. And I said several times last night, if Lamar wants to, if he wants to kill the naysayers, this has to be on him. He can't have average games. This was an above average game. If you want to be known as a NFL great, you gotta have great performances. We can't have these above average performances and say, well, he did enough to get him there. No. You can't be throwing interceptions and having turnovers and say, I want my respect. What are we talking about? You great to watch. You're entertainment. He's one of the greatest entertaining quarterbacks of all time. I love to watch it. It's great to cheer for him and cheer against him, of course. You ain't even in the damn championship game. You're not even in the championship games, but you want to be acknowledged. You want them to acknowledge him as a GOAT. You ain't even make it to the damn dance. And then you want to redefine, all right, what a good quarterback is because guys haven't made it there. How can I as an Atlanta Falcons fan say Matt Ryan is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time and he's not even won an MVP or even got his team to a Super Bowl? How can I look at myself and say, yep, that's honest? That's the truth. That's bull crap. Postseason where perspective change and narratives form. Darno, Herbert, Baker, Goff all showed people mind change on them. Lamar is not exempt. All those guys had horrible, and this is one of the main reasons I said from the very beginning, don't be giving these guys these $50 million contracts because they need to prove themselves. Stop giving guys $50 million because they put up a bunch of numbers in the regular season. Not saying that the regular season is important, but you giving guys free money for nothing. You giving guys free money to let you down. Talking about Sam Darnold because he had a good regular season that he gonna get $30 million for what? He played like crap in the playoffs. So you gonna pay him $40 million to get you to the playoffs and play like crap? Justin Herbert had what? I think he had 4 turnovers, 4 interceptions in the entire season, just to get into the playoffs and throw 4 more. Jared Goff again, another one of the situations where he had a good regular season, gets to the playoffs, and then turn into Jared Goff. Lamar Jackson, another brilliant season, amazing season, just to get to the playoffs and do exactly what he's always done. Do enough. He says it's Mahomes, Lamar, Allen, and Burrow. Only one I disagree with there, I disagree with all of them except for Mahomes. I don't think there's no elite quarterback in the league. I think Josh Allen is headed there. Joe Burrow is a hell of a player, but again, Joe Burrow, he deserves to stand. He deserves to be in that category, in my opinion, because he actually went to a Super Bowl. Like, if you've never been in the Super Bowl, I cannot look at you in the eye and say you're a GOAT if you haven't even been in the dance, bro. Me personally, I can't look at you and say, yep, I'm the greatest, but you ain't played against the great. You ain't played in the greatest stage of them all. I can't look at you and say you're a GOAT. Because when you step in and you step in to see those lights, you got the whole world looking at you, millions and millions of people all over the world, not just in the stadium. We got millions of people over the world watching you. Everything that you do in that moment is going to be magnified. You haven't even been in that moment. So how great are you really if you haven't been on the biggest stage of them all? And say, yep, I'm an elite quarterback. You haven't even been in that moment. I've seen Tom Brady in that moment. He killed it. I've seen Drew Brees in that. He killed it. I've seen Matt Ryan in that moment. He killed it. I've seen Peyton Manning in that moment. He killed it. I've seen Joe Montana. Well, I ain't seen Joe Montana, but I've seen like Joe Montana been in that moment. Well, I've seen the games, the replays of the game, and he killed it. I've seen Steve Young in that moment. He killed it. I've seen guys like Eli Manning in it. He killed it. You haven't been in that moment. How would I know you're an elite quarterback? This is the best of the best. The biggest stage of them all. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, brother? So my thing is, look, I think there's tiers of quarterback, but I think when it comes down to the elite, I think we throw too many players and people and players in that moment, and we need to hold these guys to elite standard. The true meaning of elite, not great players, but elite. Elite and greatness are two different things. Elite quarterbacks play at the best of the best and at the best of the best in that best moment. So if you haven't been in that moment, how can I say you the greatest? I think there's an elite status. There's a great status, a very good status, which Lamar, Burrow, Allen, all those guys are in. But Pat Mahomes is the only one that's doing shit that nobody does. Every year after year, this dude is there. Year after year, he's there. Like I said, I think we use that elite term way too loosely. Now, like I said, if you want to say he's very good, but elite, nah. There's only one quarterback in this league that's elite. We've seen it time and time and time again that when it comes down, and this is why people are sick of Patrick Mahomes, time and time again, he's going to be right there in the AFC Championship, and you can count on that. You can count on Patrick Mahomes being in that AFC Championship every fucking year. If that ain't elite, I don't know what is. Drew says he disagrees. I consider Peyton Manning elite. I mean, again, that's your opinion, and this is my opinion. I don't think Peyton Manning, and Peyton Manning is my GOAT. I don't think he was elite until he actually won a Super Bowl. I agree with him. You can't fail in those moments and say you're elite. Everybody know anything about me and Peyton Manning. Look, boy, I get booty ass nigga for Peyton Manning. That's my dude. That's why I learned really that's why I obsess about the goddamn quarterback position, is because of him. He made me become a bigger fan of the quarterback position. The reason why I wanted to play quarterback is because of him. But Peyton Manning was not an elite quarterback. You can't be an elite quarterback until you get to the dance and show people that you can do it. You're extremely talented if you get to the AFC Championship, but until you get to that dance, yeah. Like, I love Peyton Manning, but he was not elite until he got to that dance. Nobody can take that. Once you get to that dance, nobody can take that. And they damn sure can't take that, your performance, once you get there. Like, nobody is a lot of the criticism when it came down to Matt Ryan, and say, yeah, Matt Ryan is a choke artist, he'll never be able to do this. All that shit, most of that shit went away when he actually won the MVP and he got to the championship. Nobody said, yeah, Matt Ryan overrated anymore. Nobody said that no more. If Allen wins a Super Bowl this year, I believe for me, I always say with Josh Allen, I said the only thing for me personally was him taking that next step as a quarterback. And for me personally, I don't know about elite, but I think he's pulling up that seat next to Patrick Mahomes. Like, he's touching it. He's touching that seat. He ain't quite sat down yet, but he's touching it, because you look at what he's done, not only as the athlete, he's still the same athlete, still getting those rushing yards. But the thing that impressed me this year with him, and that the dude, he's doing it without top wide receivers. He doesn't have the wide receivers he once had. And he's still putting up those same numbers. And that right there, again, when I say time and time again, you can count on your quarterback despite what you have at wide receiver, at running back, at offensive line. You can count on that quarterback to put up the same numbers time and time again. That's elite. But Josh Allen has to do this next year. He has to do the exact same next year in order, in my opinion, to start talking about elite status. He got to get to a Super Bowl or win it, but he has to repeat that next year. He did the same thing next year. Now we're talking about Josh Allen being the elite. Could we consider him? I mean, he's done something. He has the opportunity to have a three-peat, and no quarterback in the history of the NFL has done that. And like I said, I respectfully disagree with anybody that said anybody is elite outside of Patrick Mahomes. Ain't nobody in the NFL doing what he's doing. That's not a quarterback. That's not a player. That's not a coach. Outside of his coach is doing what he's doing. Every year, these motherfuckers in the AFC Championship. Ain't nobody doing it. So I respectfully disagree with anybody that says that Patrick Mahomes is somebody sitting next to Patrick Mahomes, because that ain't. Ain't nobody sitting next to Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. I ain't got nothing to say about LeBron. LeBron won his championship, and he won multiple ones. Anybody that say LeBron ain't a winner, it's like you can't say that now. He got it. Once he got multiple championships, and then multiple championships with different teams, you can't say that. You can't say he's not a GOAT now. He got the numbers and he got the championships. His right here, his elite status, his GOAT status is solidified. You know, like I said, that's why I think Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer. A lot of people disagree with that, but you look at his numbers, you look at him winning 2 championships and playing in when he got in that playoff, Eli Manning played like crazy. So again, you gotta be able to do things in those moments that no other quarterback has done. And a lot of these things, a lot of these quarterbacks haven't done, but they're putting up great numbers, and we just want to throw him in the elite category. And like it just, you can't do that. Would you say Lamar Jackson is the modern day Donovan McNabb? Good numbers regular season, just no Super Bowl trophy. I think that's a perfect. Yeah, I think that's a perfect comparison. Lamar Jackson and Donovan McNabb put up a bunch of numbers, but you get to the playoffs, and these guys just, they just don't have that it factor. It's like it happens everything. Like it happened to Dan Marino. Like I've seen Matt Ryan get in the playoffs and have a hell of a playoff, and he still doesn't. It's like I've seen players put up great numbers, and like if you look at the early Matt Ryan, it's like I would never say Matt Ryan is elite. He's a great quarterback, put up great numbers. He was consistent, but he's not an elite quarterback. Never was. You don't have to be elite to be respected. That's the thing, too. A lot of people think you just have to be elite to be respected. No. But when we talk about putting Patrick Mahomes. Like Patrick Mahomes is just in the league of his own. Don't even look. It's disrespectful to try to put somebody in this category. Ain't nobody been no fucking 7 straight AFC championships. Like, come on, bro. Like, stop. Ain't nobody in this dude category. Ain't nobody in Andy Reid. He's the best coach in the fucking league right now. He can be regarded as one of the greatest coaches of all time, without a shadow of a doubt. So, like I said, look, the biggest problem that a lot of us have right now is we just try to put everybody in elite status. I've seen Lamar's game before. I've seen, like, we seen a one guy. We just talked about it. We literally just saw Josh Allen hit this. Josh Allen been doing this consistently for the last 3-4 years or so. So we can't say he's an elite quarterback when the quarterback is actually doing what he's doing. But ain't nobody doing what Patrick Mahomes is doing. None. Ain't nobody in the league doing what Patrick Mahomes is doing. Yeah, Donovan actually been to a Super Bowl. That's for sure. I mean, you can have Hall of Fame and GOATs. Like the greatest of all time. The greatest of all time, these guys have not only great numbers, but they have multiple championships on top of it. Hall of Famers are guys like Lamar Jackson, Eli Manning, Matt Ryan. Like, they've done great things in their career. Now, in my opinion, I still think Lamar has to put up a little bit more passing yards in order to be a Hall of Famer. You can't make it to a Hall of Fame with less than 30,000 yards passing. You can't. So Lamar has to he has to at least have 30,000 yards passing in order to be a Hall of Famer. You can't have a guy in the Hall of Fame with 20,000 yards passing. Like, keep that real, y'all. That's lowering the standard. Like, we're lowering the standard because a guy is winning, he's winning MVPs. Like, and you won an MVP. What else did you do? Did you get into the second round, the third round? Did you get to the Super Bowl? Like, we're rewarding guys for putting up numbers in the regular season. Every team that makes or wins a Super Bowl don't mean they're elite. The best team don't win. It's usually the hot team. And like I said, Washington right now, they got hot at the right time. Buffalo is another one team. Got hot at the right time. But when you talk about guys, like I said, Lamar, is he a Hall of Famer? He's borderline. Like I said, for me personally, he got to at least get to 30, I say 30 to about 40,000 yards passing in order to get to the Hall of Fame. That like I said, we got a lot of quarterbacks that, on with more passing yards than Lamar Jackson in their career by a good 15,000 passing yards. These guys have not even made it to the. We got guys like Eli Manning with well over damn near 10, 15,000 more pass yards than Lamar, and he's a borderline Hall of Famer. And he don't won 2 Super Bowls, and like Lamar hasn't even made it there, and people already saying he's a Hall of Famer. Nah, disagree greatly. Like I said, we lower the expectation because of people who we like. And that's fine to like them, but we can't lower expectations because guys, we just want to see them in the Hall of Fame. I feel like Daniels will be added to the Hall of the Mahomes collection. I mean, look, They still got to win this AFC championship. So that's not count the Chiefs in. Anything can happen, bro. But I mean, that could very well be the case. If you know the Chiefs, they find a way to win, and plus they gonna be in area it's gonna be if Buffalo come out playing the way they played at home against the Chiefs, they're gonna get embarrassed. They cannot play like that the way they played against Baltimore Ravens. Against the Chiefs. Chiefs gonna embarrass them. I think Jeff Ulbrich will be aggressive. Like, I don't know. I do not trust Raheem at all. Don't. Zero. I have zero faith in his ability to build a defense. Zero. I have no faith. None. Zero. Nada. Zip. Zero. I got no faith in Raheem's ability to build a defense. He has not shown me that he can build a great defense or a quality defense. He hasn't shown any of that. That Rams defense right over there, do they look like they miss Raheem? Let me say it again. Does that Rams defense look like they miss Raheem right now? Let me say it again. Does that Rams defense look like they miss Raheem over there? You see what I'm saying? So I got zero faith in this dude. Why the hell should I think? Man, you done brought back Jeff Ulbrich. This team, this is the dude that was a part of the defense that gave up a 28-3 lead. And you want me to believe in Raheem? You want me to believe in Raheem and Jeff Ulbrich, and man, please, you gonna have to show me out. Please make me wrong. Please make me. Raheem, look. I will get on live air and say I apologize if you and Jeff Ulbrich turn this defense around and make this a respectable. I don't even need it to be elite. I just need to be respectable. Because I think we have what it takes to make a championship run with a respectable defense, especially with our offense. I just need him to be that. Yeah, look, I have no problem apologizing. But you can kiss my ass if y'all think I'm supposed to respect Raheem for what? This the same person and Jeff Ulbrich that suggested that we draft Takk McKinley. Oh, you y'all don't want to talk about that? Y'all don't look. They want to talk about you. Like, bro, that Ram defense looks absolutely crazy right now. And that's one of the guys that I wanted, Jared Verse. God, good God Almighty. Come on, bro. They do not look like they miss Raheem. And Jeff Ulbrich could very well learn a lot from Robert Saleh. And we probably do. We probably will get a great defensive coordinator. And Jeff Ulbrich. It's quite possible. Also, I said the Falcons defense struggle with their linebackers, and Jeff Ulbrich is responsible for helping develop guys like Devondre Campbell, Deion Jones, all those guys. He's responsible for all that. So I don't think he's a bad hire. I think he's a do boy. He's just only here to do what Raheem tells him to do. And he can very well be a better play caller than, Jimmy Lake. I think he is, to be honest. So we'll see improvement in our defense with Old Brick as play caller. I believe that. Like you don't coach under a guy like Robert Salah and not learn anything. So I'm positive that Old Brick will bring something to this Falcon defense. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Coach Morris and this team has to earn it, as Matt Ryan told them. They got to earn it, bro. That's it. You got to earn it. You look. You have to earn these Falcons fans. Falcons. One thing about Atlanta Falcons fans, we just don't go out here and just give players respect. Like you got to earn it with us. Why? Because we tired of fucking losing, and we need you to show us. And like I said, for me personally, I've said it before, like, you haven't shown me anything defensively where I say, all right, you legit. Nothing. Nothing about this dude has shown me that he's legit. Yeah, I want it Verse so bad, man. Oh. Yeah, I really want it Verse. That dude, look, he rushed with that energy. He rushed with a passion that you see a lot of great defensive edge guys, a lot of defensive players. He got that same pass rush energy that Grady Jarrett. When you see it, you can recognize it. Like a Grady Jarrett, Aaron Donald, like you can see the effort and the energy and the passion that they rush with. Like you can tell they trying to get busy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see in Verse. And I always tell people to look at no wasted movement. When you see an athlete, when he's confident and you know he's great, there's no wasted movement. Jared Verse, when he's getting after the quarterback and he sees his target, no wasted movement. That dude is going to get after it. That right there, you know when you got a great player. It's the no wasted movement. None. No hesitation. You see target, you hit target, you go after target. That's Jared Verse. What does it take for Raheem to get fired? Start that season off with the first 5 games, you lose 3 to 4 games right out the back. Oh, your ass is grass. You cannot come out this past season, this next season, with 3 to 4 losses out of the first 5 games. The first 5 games for the Atlanta Falcons, if he doesn't come out quick, yeah, we're going to be talking about firing him in the first 8 games or so. He's definitely, you cannot come out. The Falcons have to win at least 3 games right out the gate next year, this upcoming season. Because the fans don't trust him no more. Fans don't trust. You cannot lose. If the Falcons, if they come out and they lose 3 games right out the gate out of the first 5 games, yeah. I don't think he lasts the season. Look, Charlie, with all due respect, you cannot lose in these first 5 games. If you lose, come out 0-5 and 0 or 1-4, your ass, like I said, your ass is grass. Because what happened now, the media don't trust Raheem, and the fans sure as hell don't. That right there with Arthur Blank Arthur Blank listens to the fans. He listens to the media, and he makes his decision based off the conversation and the atmosphere surrounding that. You cannot do that. Okay. You said the same. We said the same thing about Arthur Smith. I said the same thing about Arthur Smith. And guess what? He got fired. They said they was going to be patient with Arthur Smith, and Jew called it. Jew was one who called the Arthur Smith thing. Jew called the Arthur Smith. I was like, nah, they ain't going to fire. Ain't no way. And guess what happened? They fired him. Did Arthur Smith really have did he have a real shot? At winning? Nah. He didn't. He didn't really have everything that Raheem has had. Like, you got to think one thing too about Raheem. This dude had money. That they gave this dude $90 million to get a quarterback. They gave him $90 million to get a quarterback and help and gave him damn near I think they'll end up giving him another a couple of players and some money for the draft concern to get all his draft picks, but Raheem has money, he's had draft picks. And you got a young quarterback that you got to keep in consideration. Yeah. Raheem has had a lot more than what Arthur still got fired. So you don't think they going to pull the trigger on it? Yeah. Yes, John. They went after him. That was the reason why he brought in Zampese. Zampese was supposed to help bridge the offense with Zach Robinson. Zampese was with Kirk Cousins. All right, Minnesota. So that's why they brought Zampese in to help bridge the offense. And like I said, Arthur Blank has already been down there. So depending on, we can sit up here and say what's smart, but Arthur is a businessman. If the media and the fans are sick of losing, Arthur is going to do. And it may be irrational, but if you're a businessman, you always do what's best for the customers. Look, that's just the truth. You give them a shot. I think Raheem is going to get a shot, but the fans and the media right now, they have no patience for the Falcons losing right now. And I think Arthur wants to win, so you got to put that in consideration too. So, like, you can't say, oh, there's no way that he's going to get fired. Nah, that's out of the window right now. No, Raheem did put this team together. Most of that defensive line, that front seven, yeah, he put a lot of those guys up. A lot of these guys on his team, that defense is guys that he, AJ Terrell and all those types of guys, that Jesse Bates. Like, he helped bring Justin Simmons, a lot of these guys up front. So he definitely helped build a lot of this team. A lot of these players, but like I said, look, it's about winning, bro. Fans don't care nothing about he only had 2 years. Look, he better win. Period. Like you said right here, coach better win next year. That's it. The thing that you don't want as a coach, to even give your owner a reason to think about firing your behind. You don't even want to get these guys. You don't even want to get guys you don't want to get them ammo. Like you got one of the this right here. He was gifted a top ranked offensive line. Not many coaches have that. Like look at what happened to the Texans. That O-line looked absolute like crap. So now they got to go back to the drawing table and bring in better offensive lines. So this man was already gifted the offensive line. So all the Falcons have to do right now is what? Bring in younger guys to back them up and then build a defense. Falcon got the playmakers on offense, so he really ain't got to really do too much before that. This dude was gifted a lot of things that a lot of coaches don't have. Like Raheem was gifted a lot of things that a lot of coaches don't have. He had money. He had an offensive line. He had talent. All he got to do right now is make sure the offense continue to develop and he can build a defense. That's all. That's all he got to do. So, like I said, man, it is what it is. That's a solid foundation, that's for sure. That like I said, that's a solid foundation. So let me get in this last couple of topics real quick that I want to speak on. Is that Mike Bobo situation. And a lot of people feel as though it's like it's not a valid. Well, the rumors are the rumors around Mike Bobo is this. It comes from a real source, all right? So the thing is, Buck Belue is a trusted source around the Georgia community. I think anybody who knows Georgia knows that he is a trusted source. And it's considering that Buck Belue put out that, you know, Mike Bobo's had some health issues, that they are considering him retiring, and he not retire, but he can step down as the offensive coordinator for the Georgia Bulldogs. This is something that was out, but a number of sources that I've talked to around Mike Bobo is that he's that Mike Bobo is a lot of this hasn't been confirmed. So Kirby, what I know about Kirby Smart is that even if it's true, Kirby's going to deny it. Kirby's not going to he's not going to put something out like that if he doesn't already have somebody on the way. Kirby is not going to put out a rumor. He's not going to speak on anything if he doesn't have someone that he knows for sure that's going to be an immediate replacement for Mike Bobo. So he's not Mike Bobo, whether or not he comes back. And I think a lot of people, a lot of Georgia fans, as we get into this talk of college football, but like whether Mike Bobo is that guy, he's not one of my favorite guys. I think we all know that. But look at this season, the offensive line for the Georgia Bulldogs, probably one of the worst offensive line that they've had in quite some time. The running game, ETN, like Nate, a couple of running backs for the Georgia Bulldogs have done a good job. Those guys have been pretty damn good. You got a potential star. So you like you said, you got a lot of guys. A lot of issues, and oh my God, that Arian Smith, Jesus Christ. How many goddamn drop passes? I thought Dirk was gonna be Oscar. He was gonna be a little bit better than what he was this year. He's a damn disappointment. He's been a major disappointment at tight end for me personally. Smith, like that dude can run like hell, but good God Almighty, he can't catch a damn cold. So when you look at that, the rumors as far as that, I don't expect him to go anywhere. And Mike Bobo. So as far as the rumors is concerned, I think the Bulldogs will be the Bulldogs will be great. I think they'll be back running the ball next year, running the ball well. I'm trying to look at some numbers real quick, but I think the running game for the Bulldogs, if y'all can throw some questions in there, because we're gonna start. I'm gonna get my quick predictions on the championship game that's gonna happen tonight. You got Frazier, Robinson. I think Robinson. I don't know if Robinson will be back, but Frazier, I think he's poised to be a superstar. I love the way he finished the season. You know, ETN, I think he's definitely I think he's in the transfer portal. If I'm not mistaken, he might. I think he may have I think he may have I think he went to the NFL. I think he I forgot what happened to him. But yeah, Frazier is a guy that I'm looking at next year to be a top running back in the draft. A top NFL, a top college guy. So as far as that is concerned, Bulldogs, I think the running game for the Bulldogs, they'll be back, but bringing back a guy like Mike Bobo, and I think the offense at quarterback position, they go into a more of a quarterback that can move around. Carson Beck, obviously him going to the University of Miami, transferring there. But I think they really gonna rely heavily on a quarterback being an athlete, and you might see Gunner. You might see Gunner as the starter. We'll see as far as that is concerned, but yeah, it's gonna be that quarterback position gonna be open competition next year. So I like what I see from the Bulldogs. But tonight, all right, we got the championship game. The championship game tonight. Who y'all got right real quick? Like I said, we gonna get into that for the originators. But I'm gonna say this: Notre Dame and Ohio State. Like, as much as I don't like, I dislike Ohio State. I just gotta be real, man. Right now, that passing game for them is just crazy. Notre Dame, they're playing some excellent defense. Smith. That like I said, that receiving core, Ohio State just these guys doing well right now. But if I'm forced to make a decision, man, I got to go Ohio State, man. It's just something about Notre Dame. One, clearly I don't like, but it's something about that the team offensively that just doesn't sit well with me. And it's like, you look at Ohio State right now, that receiving core, whew, that's tough. Got a running back, Henderson, doing his thing. Henderson for them. But that running game, that the passing game for him, yeah, man. Yeah, that right there. I don't know if Notre Dame is gonna be able to keep up with that. And the lights get on, the fans and that college, like I said, the college atmosphere with the students and whatnot. I think it's just gonna be way too much for them. So I got Ohio State on there, and I know I hate to say that because I don't like athlete U, but they play out of their mind right now. They're a well coached team, Jude. Yeah, I think Ohio State definitely. Notre Dame is a well coached team, but boy, I just think Ohio State got way too many weapons to lose this game. It reminds me of not only the game against Georgia Bulldogs and TCU, and then the Alabama having all those weapons themselves. I just think Ohio State just got way too many weapons right now. And like I said, I'm gonna go with Ohio State. But yeah, so that's what I got for the championship game, and that's pretty much it, man. Oh, shut up. But yeah, I like I said, we're gonna talk about the we're gonna go in depth tonight more on the championship game. Probably gonna open it up also. So stay tuned for that at 6:00. But I'm gonna go one more wrestling tape. I'm gonna give my quick thoughts on this wrestling thing with Solo and Jacob Fatu. So if you're not a wrestling fan, I appreciate you joining. But I'm gonna go in for this wrestling tape real quick. And like I said, I truly appreciate everybody for continuously joining us and just showing us love over here. But I got to talk about this so I can put this tape on another on Mad Mike Network. So if you guys are wrestling fans, again, man, hit that subscribe button here. If you're a wrestling fan, if you got a question about something wrestling related, this is the moment, this is the time right now. So like I said, man, I appreciate everybody for joining us. But I'm gonna talk about this Jacob Fatu. Well, I'll just do it real quick and kind of finish up. But it was an interesting thing that happened on SmackDown that I thought we'd kind of keep an eye on with Roman Reigns reclaiming the Ulafala and becoming the tribal chief. The crowd was absolutely booing the living crap out of Solo. They were booing the living hell out of Solo. And I thought him at the end of it, and I don't know what they're going to do with it, but the way that they pushing Jacob Fatu, and that, by the way, that motherfucker on that mic, man, Jacob Fatu on that mic, he's so much better than I thought. Oh my God, that dude is, yeah, he's probably one of, that dude right there, man. He gonna be hell. He gonna be something to watch. I love what he's doing, the energy, the passion that he is. Like, it's just something. It's swagger and his passion that I like right now. Obviously, he's an amazing athlete, but damn, boy, something about that Jacob, boy. That dude is. I'm not gonna use special, but he looks like he's gonna be a star if they give him a good push. But I love what they doing with him. Boy, he looks like he looks real good right now as a promote. And doing a promo, but it was a moment at the end of the show where Solo kind of just walked out. Jacob told the damn crowd to shut the hell up. And Solo just stood there with the mic in his hand, didn't say anything, and then he just left the ring. He left the ring, got his coat, and left. And Jacob Fatu just looked at him. He gave him that look like, boy, you got to be out of your fucking mind. You just did not just leave the ring like that. So we could quite possibly see kind of the exact same thing, the inner turmoil with the new bloodline with Jacob Fatu and Solo. We could very well see the inner turmoil, or quite possibly we could see Solo returning back to Roman Reigns side. So, boy, this is gonna be interesting, man. The road to WrestleMania, man, it's gonna be real interesting. So, like I said, I'm gonna put out another video on this. I'm gonna put out a series of videos on that. So if y'all like any more of y'all got any questions or any takes you want me to speak on, leave the comments below in the community tab. I have something on there. I have an Ask Mike segment. Y'all got some something that y'all want me to speak on. But yeah, man, it's gonna be real interesting to see what Solo and this Solo and the Jacob Fatu, where that's gonna go. It's gonna be hella interesting. So man, good God Almighty, I'm excited for Royal Rumble, man. I ain't even gonna lie. This is an amazing time for wrestling fans, and it's probably one of the most lucrative and the biggest moments since the Attitude Era. Like, wrestling is everywhere now, so it's on ESPN, it's on all over social media. Like in music and entertainment, wrestling is everywhere. You got John Cena, you got The Rock, you got Batista, all these guys are in the movie. So wrestling is everywhere. You got it everywhere. So, you know, AEW, like, everybody doing their thing right now. So I'm excited. So D. Kobe said, I feel like Jay coming back soon. Who did it? Naomi or Bianca? Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is another thing about it. I feel like it's Naomi, but man, if it's Bianca, I don't know how to be Bianca, because she was already, maybe Bianca had somebody do it and she ended up, turning heel. Like, that's the only way I could see that Bianca had somebody attack Jade, or Naomi did it herself. So it's gonna be interesting, man. They got a lot of good storylines that's building up to the Royal Rumble, and this Jade, man, it's gonna be real interesting. But I do know that they've been wanting to have Bianca and Jade at WrestleMania. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting when Jade hit Bianca with that bicycle kick, the roof coming off. Like I said, man, it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be like, damn. But like I said, I feel like it's Naomi, but I think if they want a real reaction, a shocking reaction, it's gonna be Jade kicking Bianca with the bicycle kick. I think that's gonna be crazy. I don't think they're gonna cheer though, D. I don't think they're gonna cheer Jade. I think they're gonna be shocked. It's gonna be like that Undertaker at WrestleMania when he lost to Brock Lesnar, and the crowd just sitting there with their eyes wide open. I think it's gonna be like that. I think it's gonna be like that when if Bianca is the one that betrayed had Jade hit. So yeah, man, it's gonna be hella interesting. So like I said, man, that's gonna be crazy. I can't wait for it, to be honest. So WrestleMania is soon. If you guys have not already, check out exclusive World of Wrestling right here on Mad Mike Sports, Mad Mike Network, OG Truth, and Main Event. They do live shows, so stay tuned for that on Thursdays. All right, so be sure to leave your comments. Be sure to leave your comments right here on this video after we've done. So this has been This has been the end of the show, man. Continue to support your boy here at Mad Mike Sports, man. Hit that subscribe button right here. All right. Leave your comments. Please leave your comments so I can do an Ask Mad Mike segment, do the videos, all video. Hell, I might even do a live show for it. You know, not only here, but 6-Man K-Style. We got a lot of topics that we talk about. We actually did a conversation on the Drake. We did a conversation on Drake suing. We did that. So head over to 6MK Live to watch that live show. Rewatch that live show. We did that on Saturday, 3 o'clock. And we're going to continue to do shows like that, man. So this has been your boy, man, Mike. Hit that subscribe button, all right? But at the end of the day, man, stop disrespecting Patrick Mahomes like that, man. Stop disrespecting that man like that, right? Stop it. Y'all got to stop it. Give that man respect. That dude's on the pace to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest quarterback of all time. And we up here talking about Lamar Jackson, who can't even get to a fucking Super Bowl. And that's the bottom line because Mad Mike said so. Deuces.
Put your eyes back in your head.
I got like flavor. What me?
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skim the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.